Hello and welcome back to Crossword Joe. This is Friday, February 9th, 2018. This was yesterday's puzzle, but before we get to that, thought I'd give you an update here of what's going on as far as the average completion times. It's down. Ooh, look at that. It's almost 14:36. We've had quite a run of sub 10 and maybe a little above, and that's really brought the overall total down. Look at that. And this was yesterday's puzzle for Gail, and hers averaged now down below 12 minutes. So thought I'd give you a little update. I've added the last puzzle so we can see, like which one was the last one. Here, this one's from last year, and so you can see the frequency. You can see where these guys just traded off, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not sure about today, but they just been trading off because look at the last one. There's one in February, just that one. And so this is another way of looking and see, you can see trends or, the last puzzle, that kind of thing. This one's back on the 17th, that kind of thing. So anyway, thought you might enjoy that, but let's get back to today's puzzle. So this was yesterday's again. Make sure it stays on expert. We click and unclick out of sound effects so we don't get that annoying clicking sound all the time. And today's puzzle is playing the spoons. That's interesting. That's actually an instrument. A spoon. That was a recent trivia question. Let's take a look, and sure enough, Patrick. So they just traded off Monday, all the weekdays here. Playing the spoons. Let's begin. Unhand me. Let go. Let's just take a guess right out of the gates. Etcher's fluids are acids. It's a common crossword answer. Either the answer or the question. Acid is etching, that kind of thing. Oil treatment brand since 1954. STP. Remember that was advertised big time during like Indy 500 and all that. I remember they stuck a screwdriver in there just to see how slippery it was. I guess that, or maybe that was a different oil. I don't know, but I just remember a lot of commercials back then. Aquavia rival. That's Avena, right? Vena? No. Don't know. It's something like that. We'll just move on. Anwar, who shared a Nobel Peace Prize with Begin, but his first name was Sadat, right? Sadat Begin? No. Anwar Sadat. Yeah, Sadat. That's another one of those things where I was glued to the TV during the whole Jimmy Carter thing with them. Interesting times. Mickey Mouse silhouette features got to be his ear, right? Right? Okay. Madura or Sherry? Sherry. Don't know. We can just move on. Citizen Kane Studio RKO. Great movie. Great cast. Great subject. Brings a court action against. Sues. Chicken-hearted. Afraid. We can move on. One at the checkout counter. That's cashier, right? Cashier. Concealing in a way. Refuses as responsibility. Well, plants in arid areas are cacti, looking down now. Be of use to. Avail. Refuses. Avoids. Averts. Let's see. Charitable source of a meal. Anyway, call a talk show, say. When you call a talk show, that means you call in, right? Call in. Reason for a telethon. Well, that's going to be cacti, so that's going to be a C. I'm going to say cause. Reason for a telethon is a particular cause, right? 31. Blank when. Blank when. Don't know. Let's move on. Yukon automaker. That Yukons, I think, were made, or maybe they still are. I don't know. I don't even know if this company still exists. GMC trucks. Pool cue parts. Pool. Those are tips, right? Tips. Rhinestone surface is a facet. Is it facet? Is that how you spell it? Maybe an I don't know. Galaxy component. They tell us that stars make up the galaxies. That's right. Cacti. So we know that this is going to be an I. Of the same ilk. Of the same ilk. Whoops and weeps. Well, both of those cries, right? Whoops or weeps are cries. Rich, eggy cake. Oh boy, don't know. Crusoe's home for 28 years was an island. Lucky him. Widen as a pupil. That's dilate. Dilate? No, dilate. Maybe it's just dilate. I guess it's just two syllables. It's not dilate. What opposite magnet poles do? They attract. The opposite ones attract. But not if they have pieces of paper between them. That's a well-known fact. Liquored up. Oh boy. Liquored up. Loaded. That doesn't fit. Let's move on. With no initial charges as a mortgage. That is called, let's see, NIN. I don't know that. Let's move on. Hirer to a hiree. Boy. A gridiron rusher is a back, so that's a B. Would it really be boss? I kind of have a question with that because sometimes your hiree is not going to be your boss. It's just another member of the corporation. Incinerator bit. That's going to be ash. That's a common answer. Sweet, crisp, bakery buy. A bakery buy. Don't know. That seems to be part of today's theme. Maybe you have to use a spoon to eat it. I don't know. Motel machine yield. That's an ice. Ice. Not slouching. Erect. Let's see. Erect. Tolkien's ring bearer. That's Frodo, isn't it? Frodo. Something like that. Close enough. Word in California place names. Oh boy. That could be loss. It could be San. Let's see what this is. Let's just take a look at this big one right here. We seem to have most of those. Word. Let's see now. Charitable source of a meal. That's soup kitchen, right? Soup kitchen. I know I'm cheating a little bit, but that's okay. Now that's probably going to be San, like in San Diego or San Francisco. Tries to hunt down. Tries to hunt down. Curriculum listings or classes, so that's going to be seeks. I'm guessing. Got nourishment from. That's the restricts as a tourniquet. I think that's going to be off. It's going to be the last. So it's going to be OFF. Fed from or fed of. See, got nourishment. Fed on. Fed on, I bet. Okay, let's go down. Blazed a trail. Led. An apple picker in Genesis is Eve. Eve. Third word of America. My country 'tis of thee. Sweet land. Let's see, word after coal or tear. That'd be, I guess, I never heard of coal gas, but maybe so. But there's tear gas. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. That's going to be avion. Looking down. Let's see. Okay. I still don't know it. Seems like you get out of my way. One side. One side. I think that makes sense. Autumn blooming perennial. That's like an aster, isn't it? Yeah. Cornfield calls. Idi Amin. And let's see. Show segment with fancy footwork. That's let's see. Dance something, right? Dance. Maybe that's not call in. Oh, I bet you. No, it's call. Oh, yeah. I put in call in when actually it should be dial in. Dial. Dance act. There you go. See? Sometimes I should have known that the call was part of the clue. That would not work. Disinfected like surgical tools, sterile. And here is what really brings up the ugly head of my inability to spell. Let's see. That's got to be close though, doesn't it? Isn't it? I don't know. We'll find out. That's what makes this fun. Because letters are not always, you always have to keep in mind that, maybe some of these are not correct. And that makes it interesting. Caterer's carrier is a serving tray, right? A serving tray. Spoken for, taken. Antler tip is a prong, isn't it? Prong? Or a prong? It's probably prong because it ends with ing, probably. Feels awful about brews. And of course you can see here a dessert wine is one of the big answers. It looks like it's that typical windmill is what I call it effect. This one right here, and then up here all the way down, and then this one across, which we don't have any, and soup kitchen. So we got soup kitchen, desert wine, and serving tray. And I'll let you start guessing what that means with playing the spoons. Fabled woodcutter, blank Baba. Ali Baba? Ali? Cacti, we already had that. A veil, be of use. Soup kitchen. A radiator sound is, what you don't want to hear is hiss, because that means there's a leak. Climbers in rainforest. I'm going to say vines. Vines veiling? Yeah, concealing. That's right. Okay. Chopped finely as carrots, diced. And virtuous one is a saint. And this is since when? Since when? Let's see. Lusterless finish is matte. Or as the French say, matte. Foe turned ally of Balboa. We're talking about Rocky here and Apollo Creed. Injury that may require a cast, a fracture. There we go. Like some heirs or survivors. I'm the sole survivor. Remember that game? Curriculum listings. Classes. And restricts as with a tourniquet. Let's see, that's probably a tort. Ties off. I'm guessing. Okay. Initials at a full house. That's standing room only. SRO. Poker chip is a disc. Those are correct. Yep. Nin. Let's see. Don't know that. I think that's an O. Tosca. And then this is like no cost, right? So it's, yeah. This is a very common answer, but I can never remember exactly the order and what that word is. Anasys, whatever. Let's see, we're doing pretty good here. Cruise stopovers, ports. And a grit, we already had this back. I bet that's a G. Yep. Sugar cookie. Let's just put in cookie and see what happens. There we go. We got it. Sugar cookie. Oh my gosh, under 9 minutes again. Maybe I should take more time. That's pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at today's theme. We didn't really get into it too much, and that's probably accounts for our low time here. But playing the spoons. Can you guess it? Dessert wine, serving tray, sugar cookie, and soup kitchen. Well, the first parts of those are all different types of spoons, I'm guessing. Let's go through it. A dessert spoon, fancy schmancy, but and serving spoon, definitely have a serving spoon. A sugar spoon, I guess, and soup spoon. Okay, that's what I'm guessing here. I can't think of anything else. I don't think it has anything to do with the last part. I don't think there's a wine spoon or a tray spoon or a cookie spoon. But if you can think of something else, if you think of something that makes more sense, please let me know. I wonder why there's not like big boy spoon. That's, that should be on there. But it's not. It didn't make the list. But I hope you had fun solving this along with me or laughing at me as I try. But hope you have a great rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you.